Hi, everyone. Welcome to Divine Secret Tarot. I'm so excited to bring you these messages because I had already blessed and shuffled and I pulled out some cards. I don't know what they are. They're just inverted right now or back to front. It's not inverted. Anyway, I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. The back of the deck, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And I absolutely adore that this message came through regarding the Divine Feminine's physical 3D manifestations, abundance. Oh, I'm just seeing like all of this material success coming through tenfold. And this is for the divine masculines who are really tuning into the inner divine feminines as well. We normally don't talk about this. A lot of divine masculines end up resonating with the divine feminines reading because they need to step into their divine masculine energy, but they are right now understanding the inner divine feminine through these messages. So, no, you are not identifying as a divine feminine in the sexual sense. You are identifying it within the energy, which is perfectly fine. I sometimes do not clarify between males and females on my channel, but a lot of people end up thinking divine feminine female. That's not the case, okay? So let's just put that out there just for clarification. If any of you are new, resonate with the energies, yeah? That's probably why you're seeing different DM messages and divine feminine messages, because I remember listening to the divine masculine readings. This is a good couple of years ago, and I would be like, oh my gosh, if this is not what my divine masculine is going through, but that's what I resonate with now because I was identifying with the divine masculine energy, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I've always done things by myself. I liked being in control, like all of these things resonate with the divine masculine energy. So if you are one of these individuals identifying with one particular energy, know that you are coming into this harmonious union within yourself between the divine masculine and feminine energy. So you are becoming a light that you won't ever be dimmed or go out if you're seeing this message, because not only are you seeing your value in the material world, in the 3D, the Queen of Pentacles really does emphasize how prosperous and abundant you actually are. So if you're spending a little bit more money on nice things and you're doing things for yourself, good for you. You need that because more and more things are just manifesting for you. I'm like, when you spend money in a healthy way and you're adding to the flow of finances, when you're keeping the money energy flowing, you're genuinely putting that type of energy into the world. It's the same with love. When you have, healed certain aspects of your wounds, of your trauma, we're not going to completely be healed, but when you've gone through certain layers of your wounding, you put so much more love out there. You put so much more generosity and energy out there, which more people can vibrate with. And so it's finding the synergy with other aspects of the world, So money is one of them. And I feel that for those of you who are spending in such a healthy way, like not spending because you're distracted, you're not spending because you feel like you're in a crappy mood and you need something to fulfill you in a short space of time, like having an instantaneous gratification type of energy. No, this is like you pay a bill and you radiate. You buy things for yourself and you radiate. You receive gifts, you're radiating. So basically, I have just had the most beautiful gifts from one of you members. You know who you are, you know how you listen to these YouTube videos. And I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you because like you've put time, effort, energy, money. And like just to say thank you, like this is just over and above what people tend to do for me, I guess. But I'm so much more appreciative, not because it doesn't happen very often, it's because I'm grateful for every time it does happen. I'm utterly humbled that each and every one of you clicks on this video, spends the energy and time on my YouTube channel. And obviously, there are ads in this. So, having the patience to listen to this, I don't think you realize how incredibly grateful I am to be in your world in this capacity. And for those of you who are members, like you're probably members on my community page, you can find the membership on my website. And that basically gives us access to one another to really sift through some of the fine-tuned details that we may be stuck in our own journey. And then, like I do weekly newsletters and things like that. But then there's the flip side who don't want to become a member, who do want to listen to the channel, but then you've given like e-gifts. And I used to have an account with my wish list, but I've completely changed it now. So if you do want to say thank you, you can buy an e-gift, an e-card. And like for that, I just feel like this money circulating, even for those of you who actually donate while I'm doing live readings. I don't know what this energy is, but it's another level of high vibrational, right? When you give from a place of um it's almost like you give because you're not expecting anything in return. You're giving not to listen to somebody's praise. You're not waiting for somebody's reaction. You're literally giving with zero expectations. I feel like that is true inner union. Because sometimes when people give, they are expecting those reactions. They are expecting a thank you. But when you get to a certain vibration of you're so authentic and you want to share one of your love languages in a very specific way, it could be touch, it could be gifts, it could be words of affirmation. Like all of these things are so incredibly beautiful. You're in this harmonious exchange of love and you're flowing in that energy, which is why I was saying, like, you're seeing your value, and now you're at a stage that you don't even care if anyone sees it because they vibrate it. You know you're attracting the right type of people because you know that you're not just saying, what's in it for me? You're like, how can I increase this type of energy out into the world? How can I serve others? And it's so funny because you've been working on this energy for a very long time. And behind the Queen of Pentacles, like one card up, we've got the Emperor. So this Emperor is taking the lead, taking the charge. And I wrote something so beautiful. I am going to post it on my YouTube channel at some point, but basically it says, we are both the masculine and feminine, right? When we need to protect, we go into the divine masculine energy. When we want to be safe to surrender, we go into the divine feminine energy. And then if the divine masculine comes in softly, the divine feminine leads. If the divine masculine comes in unsure, then the divine feminines will take charge. When the divine masculines walk in with grounded power, unshaken, unbothered, unwavering, that's when the divine feminine melts. That's when the divine feminine blooms. And that's when the divine feminine shows you, divine masculine, your power. It shows you that your power is from a prayer they have spoken many, many lifetimes ago. So the divine feminines do not submit to control. They're forced into it. Sometimes they have to go into that divine masculine controlling energy because they often haven't had any choice. But the divine feminines always open to presence. So even if you might not have been in physical presence with your counterpart, the presence of this soul within you, the harmonious resonance, the red thread that thrives between the both of you, it basically vibrates at a higher frequency, and that's what ends up attracting things. So when people say, oh, the law of manifestation, and people do affirmations and they do subliminals and they do vision boards and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. It's only going to work in a certain path for certain people, but it's about you meeting the vibration, becoming the version of yourself that you can actually receive those things. So let's have a look at the cards. Well, it's the divine feminine's energy right now, the magician. What did I just say? Manifestation. Honestly, these cards always surprise me because I can't believe how incredible they are. The magician is asking you, divine feminines, to not only claim your power, but is to visualize, manifest being in the frequency. So if there are certain dreams that you are focused on, allow yourself to receive it now. Allow yourself to find those things that you are grateful for in your life right now. So you're not just visualizing what you want, you're actually creating it by acknowledging it's already here. Like, say, for example, there is one particular type of house that I want to buy and live in. And I do see my partner being there with me, on like kind of like a fold out futon type outside bench. The vision is so clear. It's got like white fabric. It's wooden based and we're outdoors and we're just drinking coffee. Like it always involves coffee for some reason. I'm such a coffee person. But then also, I feel that energy that I'm in union. Does that make sense? I feel the energy of the fresh nature around me. I'm sure my garden can be a little bit more blooming and blossoming, but like the house, I can see as if it's already here. And then I got to a stage of my manifestation where I was like, well, that house already exists because it only exists in the physical structural way. Of course, it exists in this world, but also if that's not something that I can find in the physical, I will create it. So I want to bring in enough material abundance that I can successfully build that type of home for myself. And that's what I mean. Like you are literally knowing that this building or whatever it is you are manifesting exists in this world. Otherwise, you wouldn't have desired it. You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't visualize it. But it's also then about surrendering, knowing that you already have a beautiful home. You already have, a bed to sleep in, fresh water, clean clothes, like all of those things vibrate with being a homeowner and being in a home. So that's just one example that I wanted to share with you, but make sure that you fit this to your own visualizations, to your own desires. And if you wanted to share this in the comments, honestly, my heart is open for you to be received in such a loving way. So if you wanted to share that, obviously I would be so grateful to and honored to actually read them. But what is the biggest obstacles that the divine feminines are facing right now? I feel there is this foundation that is probably taking a little while longer than they probably anticipated. You probably are working on a foundation, but it's almost like enjoying where you are right now. You don't need to keep rushing forward, divine feminines. Your light is expanding so much that you don't need to rush this season. You don't need to rush this part. And for a lot of you, you're even finally enjoying this type of pace. And I'm also seeing the Knight of Pentacles here because the Knight of Pentacles is loyal, it's slow moving, it's committed, it's monogamous. And that's the type of energy that I'm seeing here. So even if the foundation may be a little bit challenging for you, I feel a lot of you are really absorbing that, embracing that, right? So what do we need to know about the strengths that the divine feminines are exuding at this time? The Page of Pentacles, right? So, yes, you are embodying the Queen of Pentacles, this divine sovereign energy. But I also feel that you are very humble and soft with yourself about learning something new. Like, how can you be curious about your body? How can you be curious about what your body needs? How can you be curious about what your mind needs? What type of knowledge are you seeking? Like, this is the type of energy that I'm seeing is one of your strengths, divine feminines, and it's just going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding. So that's so beautiful. What do we need to know about the divine feminines energy around their divine masculine? Okay, this is pretty epic. We've got the Knight of Cups now. So, any of your divine masculine's energy is a romantic at heart. You know, they know how to love you because you've been able to receive that type of energy. When you're clear about how you want to be treated, the where your boundaries lay, and what your non-negotiables are, this is where the divine masculine's version of that needs to step into. It's not forcing them to be this type of masculine. You have been in this state of surrender because you know some people have said it's either my twin flame or nothing, and that's okay. Other people have said, my twin flame isn't there yet. So, you know what? I'm going to learn a lot more by being with my soulmate. Some people don't want either and want to stay in this current season. And whichever path you are taking at this time, nothing is right or wrong. It is perfectly aligned for you. But I'm also seeing the Knight of Cups is you embodying that love that you ask for yourself. So, say, for example, if you want your person to buy you flowers, why don't you just buy them for yourself every now and then? If you want to have coffee in the morning and just laze about, well, that's something that you can do yourself for yourself, right? On a daily. So, those are the things, that's the type of energy that I'm getting right now regarding you and your divine counterpart. What do we need to know from the divine feminine's higher self? The Four of Pentacles. Now, some of you really are um, holding on to certain things which do need to let go of, but there's also other things that you are keeping close to your chest, and that's okay. I feel like any secrets or any manifestations that you wish not to share with anybody are very close to your heart, and that's okay. I feel like a lot of you are actioning this around your solar plexus, your heart chakra, and this is like very powerful. You know, you are grounded in what you want to manifest. You are taking action from your solar plexus. You are voicing it through your throat chakra. And those are the ways that you're embodying your manifestations. Is there anything that we need to know regarding any angels or ancestors' guides for where the divine feminines are right now? Oh, wow. Okay. The Hanged Man is the angels, ancestors, and guides' big message to say we are always with you. We're always guiding you. We're always channeled through your intuition. So when you think that you're unable to make a decision, quieten down and just listen to the silence, listen to your intuition, listen to how you really feel about this. Your body, your nervous system will let you know even before you make a decision with your head. So the ancestors and the guides are all here to tell you that they are around, that they are able to support you in whichever way. And what you're doing right now, following those instinctual, intuitive feelings, it's right, it's correct. What's happening in the near future for the divine feminines? The Eight of Wands, huge communication, not only from your masculine, some of you are probably dreaming about them, yes, not intentionally. It's just it's almost like the divine masculines are finding any which way route to communicate with you. You could be seeing their name in places, signs of them, songs of them. But this is the Eight of Wands saying things are moving quickly for you, divine feminines. Your manifestations, as we noticed right at the beginning with the Magician, is you are expanding your light. You're not going to dim this anymore for anyone. And you're raising your own standards when it comes to the love that you want to embody in this world, but you're also having clear communication with the universe. You're having clear communication with your desires, and the way you're doing this is so much more healthier than you have ever been given the capacity for. So, you guys, I'm absolutely blown away with how much you like and you watch and you comment on my videos. I'm so appreciative, and I love reading your comments. So please do engage. Let me know what you resonated with in the most in this reading. And I will speak with you all soon. Bye for now.